What is up, guys? So today I pulled a spread out of my Oracle deck just to get a reading. So the message was something to me, but it could also mean something to you. So I ended up pulling 3 cards, and I will show you guys that and what the meaning of the cards is, and then if you ever want to, how I perform the Oracle reading. So the deck I use that some of you know from my review of it in the past is the Mythic Oracle deck. I found it very easy on Amazon, and it is still there if you are interested. It's my favorite deck to use, and it's always been good to me. So if you're interested and haven't seen any of my previous videos on the Oracle deck, how I like to do a reading is that I will shuffle my deck, and it comes with practice and intuition, but as you shuffle, you will just feel when it's time to stop and pull a card. Traditionally and usually I will pull just one, but on this occasion I felt the need to pull 2, and then you'll see in the next clip I felt pulling one more, and you just feel of when to stop and where to pull. So I ended up pulling one more card than what you saw. And what makes it interesting is I laid it down this way, in this order, and then I was flipping to the book, and it turns out there's a nature spread. So I can read it as past, present, and future. So I'm gonna do that and see what it says today. So to make it interesting to you, I'll read the message of what this first card means. Remember that this is the past, is what this is a reference to. And I'll read the official book of what this means, and I'll tell you my interpretation. And you can have your own interpretation of this. But the official, what this meaning of the card is, says that if you have pulled this card, remember this is the past we're relating to. This is an incredibly magical time for you. Destiny is calling. You may feel prompted to make a leap of faith. Unexpected events may occur. Inspiration might strike, or you might be about to bring a project to completion. You might even find new romance, receive news about college, become involved in a new activity, or graduation will occur. Destiny usually brings with it unexpected life changes in which you'll find incredible opportunity. These events can come in the guise of something difficult or painful, but do not be fooled. This is a magical time, a culmination of your life so far. It's important to move forward and with the flow. Let your instincts guide you to where you need to be. So this right here relates to the next card. If you experience painful events, remember to allow yourself a period of grieving, as nothing will feel clear unless you do this. During life-changing events, it's important that you remain present, clear, and focused. Life often goes through major shifts that are beyond your control, but it's your life, and you control your reactions. Only your willingness to be responsible for yourself will determine how wonderful these changes turn out to be. So what this is referring to is that there is a major thing in your life that has happened in your past. There's a great opportunity, personally or career-wise, and that is the set that the rest of the play will act out. So let's see what happens next with the next card. So for our next card, the official message says, the external world often seeks to civilize us. We learn to work and be productive members of society, but this oftentimes comes at the expense of our deeper selves. We disconnect from our raw intuition and instinct, and thus become disconnected from life, playing the roles we think we should, rather than trusting the deeper wisdom that comes from within. Artemis' presence in your cards today signifies the need for you to return to the wild and natural part of yourself, the part of you that can never be owned. So again, this is going to play into the past card in a second. You may have been acting or making decisions on autopilot rather than focusing on what you need right now in order to restore balance. You may be rather numb and tired, restless, or feeling that there is something missing. There is something missing. You. You probably have been emotionally rooted in the logic of what you can, can't, should, shouldn't do to the degree that you are no longer sure of the direction of your life. You need to shake yourself up of these self-imposed social constraints. Most important, you need to take a risk, whether emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual. You must give up the part of yourself that is not listening to the deeper you, because only when you do that can you take the steps that will bring you back into alignment with your deeper nature and the part of you that will not be owned. This is a time for releasing external influences and obligations and seeking out the part of yourself that is natural and pure. The part of you that is connected to life and that knows what is right for you. The part of you that is not focused on outcomes but on the journey of life. Here you're going to find all the answers, true wisdom, and joy. So what this card means in relevance to the previous card, I mentioned how it is a big opportunity that has happened. You may have gotten there due to pressure. So a big opportunity could present itself, but is completing or fulfilling that opportunity going to make you happy, is what this card is asking. Artemis is representing of the present, and it's saying there is a big opportunity in your life, but if you follow this opportunity, will it make you happy, or are you doing it just to make others happy? Now, I'm not saying that you need to quit school or anything like that, but will this opportunity be fulfilling to you? Or is it that you're just following the expectation of others? Very interesting. And again, you're like, what does this have to do with the previous? But you see it all connects. And so the next card is the future. So let's see what this means for what the future holds. So the official message for this one is that the card is about strength, focus, discipline, and wisdom. With these qualities, we can harness our own raw power and use it to create what we want in our lives. If you find yourself messy, undisciplined, erratic, or caught in the destructive or addictive activity, and you just need instant gratification, and that need outweighs everything else, it's time to get organized and take everything necessary to get your life back on track. This card tells you that it is not enough to act on pure instinct. So there it is, a reference to the past card about you just being yourself. It's not good enough alone. It says that you really need to have time to focus on your strength, self-control, and discipline. This is a time for overriding ego-driven or childlike urges that often are based on the need for pleasure or instant gratification. This is a time for establishing your personal power and learning to govern your life from a place within you that is clear and true. Do whatever is necessary now to take back the power into your life. This is a time for great strength. It's so interesting. See, it kind of flows all together. It's saying that you should go back to what you truly in your soul need and want, but don't do it erratically. You got to think about it and have self-control, and don't be all wild and crazy about any decisions you make. That yet you need to listen to yourself and be your true self, but you also really need to think about it and discipline yourself. So it is very interesting how you see there's a story in what these cards are saying. Very interesting. This is why I love the deck, is that if you have a question, all you do is ask yourself or ask the cards in your mind mentally, what do I need to hear? What should I hear? And usually, especially when you get enough practice, the cards will give you an answer. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, Oracle cards are a great divination tool that just come with practice. The better you get at it. And I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.